All right, hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to the other CEDH, where the C stands for casual. We are your one-stop shop for all things casual, kitchen table, Magic the Gathering. Thank you for joining me here today. Today we wait, what? Is he? Did they just are they? Well, the answer to those questions are as follows: yes, he is. Yes, they did, and yes, they are. We are back. Good God, it's been a while. Yes, the other CEDH is making videos again. We're going to do a little bit of an audio test here, as well as kind of take a minute to shoot the shit with you guys and let you know why we've been gone, what we've been doing, and what to expect from the channel going forward. So where have we been? Why haven't we been making videos? Well, our hiatus came about because, well, I'm going to be painfully honest with you, life just kind of happens sometimes. We had to endure a catastrophic hardware failure when the only computer that I could create content with kind of decided to quit working, along with the fact that there were some personal tragedies that we had to endure this past year. I'm not using this as an excuse to not bring you guys content, and please do not express any sort of pity. I should not have let personal hardship get in the way of this thing that I have been bringing to you guys, but I did make a choice to tend to my own personal matters instead of keeping up with content I was creating, which maybe was correct, maybe it wasn't. I guess it all depends on how you view the situation, but I chose to use my spare time to make sure that my loved ones and myself were able to heal from these tragedies, and to make sure that my loved ones received the time and attention that I thought they deserved, which unfortunately cut into the time that I was able to dedicate to this channel. Again, I am not asking for any kind of sympathy. All I ask is that you all understand that I am human and I have normal human bullshit to deal with. Alright, this brings us to something else I need to address, which is the way that I have handled this channel in the past and how I'm going to handle this channel going forward. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I thought I had something here. I shouldn't say that. I do still think that I have something here, but I think I may have gone about it in a slightly misguided way. I honestly thought that the market for beginning EDH players was a market that had not really been cornered and that I thought I would try and kind of capitalize on. And the reason for thinking that was that there were so many of us that were getting back into Magic at the same time after a several-year hiatus. And the fact that once we started playing again, there were so many people in our social group that wanted to learn how to play that we just kind of started this big hodgepodge of people that were learning new rules and relearning old rules and just generally trying to get a feel for the game. And I thought to myself, wouldn't it be great if there were a resource out there for people that want to play EDH but have no idea how to get started? Let's see if this is actually a thing. And as far as I could tell, there wasn't. Sure, I mean, the big content creators like to learn in community college and the command zone post beginner questions and beginner topics all the time. But there were things that were routinely coming up and things that players in our play group were asking us. And when we would try to find answers to these questions, the amount of content regarding the things that mattered to us seemed kind of scarce. So I honestly started this as kind of a catch-all resource for the new people in our group that could just grab their phone whenever it was handy, watch this short presentation on the topic at hand, and bing boom, everyone was happy. They got their questions answered, and I got to have this fun little creative outlet. This is the point that I should also point out, like everyone who makes content for YouTube, I would imagine, I wanted this to be successful, and in doing so, I realize I may have come off as a little, let's call it, overzealous. I honestly thought this channel would just take off and soar into the upper limits on the back of what I had to say, and as such, my early marketing attempts may have been somewhat misguided. But I can assure you that from here on out, I am focusing on bringing you guys the best quality and a good quantity of content. And in the end, I want my work to speak for itself, and I have to work harder and better in order to do that. Shouting at you guys with word vomit all over social media is unflattering. I realize that now, and as has been pointed out to you guys before, I am human, I make mistakes, but as humans we move on and we learn and grow from them. Speaking of moving on, we're moving into our next segment, which is, where is this channel going from here? So I've gone over my videos and I've run the numbers, I've done the math, I have quantified and calculated and extrapolated all the pertinent datas, which are all big words that make me sound a lot smarter than I really am. But what it boils down to is deck techs are in. You guys really seem to like the deck techs, so I've got a ton of those in the works. We're also thinking of doing a segment called Deck Deconstruction, where we take a deck that maybe doesn't perform the way that we think it should, maybe swap out commanders, rebuild the whole thing, and see if we can't just make it a whole lot better. We've also noticed that you guys like the Commander Spotlight. Our episode on Yarok is the most watched video on this channel. So we're hoping to keep that tradition alive and maybe tackle some of the newer commanders out there. We were painfully absent for the Commander Precons and Throne of Eldraine, but with the new Theros set coming out, hopefully we can get back into the swing of things. As far as beginner EDH content, this is a point where I think that this channel needs to kind of branch off and evolve a little bit. Yes, we've given you guys a lot of tips and tricks as beginning EDH players, but beginner players will not stay beginner forever. And we feel as though we should also guide the beginning players on how to build more powerful decks. I'm also starting to feel like this channel should both help new EDH players learn how to get into the format, but also to show them how to hone their skills as deck builders, as brewers, as players, and learn how to make the jump into more powerful metas. That's not to say that I'm giving up on beginners EDH content at all, because that is just not true. But as I've said before, I want to make a welcoming place for all players of all skill levels, whether it be jank EDH that you're building from your bulk collection and draft chaff to players that know exactly what they want to do, and all players in between. Guys, the one thing that I want you to take away from this video is that none of us are perfect. We all know that, and while we have been absent for a while, I want you guys to know that I care about this community and I care about what we do here. I rediscovered this game at a time in my life where, quite frankly, things got weird and depressing and strange, but I honestly believe that the feeling of togetherness that this game provides us is simply without rival, and it is the one thing that has changed my outlook on life itself. I want to spread the joy of this game to others the same way that it has been spread to me, and all I hope is that when I encourage you guys to build a deck, to discuss the way that cards interact with each other, when you want to play your first game of Commander and you say, you know what, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. Guys, it's okay. You guys are learning. I'm learning. We're all learning together. Let's take this opportunity and learn to do this thing together. I also want to take this opportunity to address the fact that we have officially hit 100 subscribers. What? Yes, 100 subscribers. We just hit our 100th subscriber. I don't remember exactly how long ago it was as of the recording of this video, but 100 subscribers is an absolutely huge milestone for this channel, and you all know that I love and cherish every single one of you guys. So from the bottom of my heart, you guys, thank you so much for helping me hit that big 100. I can honestly say from here on out, we are going to focus on both quality and quantity of our content, and I hope that all of you will join us along for the ride. I think that's about all I got for now, so thank you so much for joining us. We hope that you will stick with us through this new transitional period while we up our game a little bit. And as always, we're still on Facebook, we're still on Twitter. Please go check us out. We hope to get much love from you guys very, very soon. And as always, my name is Eric. This is The Other CEDH, and we will see you guys next time.